All right, all right. So we are live with another episode, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host with the most, Z, and today I'm bringing a very nice show because this is one topic that actually I didn't want to touch basically because everyone is talking about this, reading and watching news, and I just wanted to stay away from this, and that's why you notice that I haven't talked about this, the virus. But today's something happened with actually touch not only my heart but heart of many Atlantans, and this was an event which I don't think was like you know put together in in a long time, but the people behind it, the person behind it, I is a friend of mine. I've known this person for a long, long time. So I thought, what a nice thing. And I like to bring him on so he can inspire other people also. So I'm not going to bore you with my talk. Let me introduce my friend here, my friend Ricky Walia. Uh, how are you, sir?
Z-Bhai, how are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm good.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Finally, you've been, recommended by so many people to come on this show, and I know you were busy. And I wanted to bring you, but today what happened is actually like a blessing. It gave me much more reason to bring you faster than what I was planning. And and a lot of people know about it, but I want you to tell our viewers. This show is also recorded.
Sure.
It's kind of late. But a lot of people will see later.
Sure.
So first of all, let's begin something about your background, who you are, how how you became where you are.
Sure.
Can you just give our viewers some background?
The background of myself, well, again, my name is Ricky Walia. We are the owners of the group called Walia Hospitality Group. We own and operate many different restaurants and event halls in the city, a few being Cafe Bombay, Masti, Ashiana, Signature Ballroom. This company was started in 1992 by my father, who is very, very well known in the community for many, many years, for the past 30 years. His name is Jay Walia. So he started this dynasty to almost 30 years ago. And I grew up in the industry, grew up in the hospitality industry, in the restaurant industry, and we just took it to the point that it is now. We've been with the community since the beginning. I remember as a child growing up in my father's restaurant at that time that was called Maharaja Restaurant. For the old timers in the city who've been here for years, they can remember that place as a landmark. It was a landmark for the city, one of the first restaurants.
When was Maharaja opened in Atlanta?
Maharaja opened in 1992.
1992. Wow. So it was. I know it was an icon. Anyone who came to Atlanta they had to go there. And I remember lots of celebrities came there,
Correct.
um, and it was a big like center desi place back in '90s. And okay, so I'm sorry. Continue. What
No,
happened?
sure. No, you're right. It was a
Yeah,
landmark.
yeah.
It was an icon place. It was one of the first Indian restaurants with a banquet hall to open in the city, and it hosted weddings, sangeets, graduations, anniversaries. It hosted pre-parties, post-parties for all the Bollywood concerts, for all the actors and actresses that came to the city, which my father was a part of back then.
Yes, and but talking of your father, how is he doing?
He is doing well. Thank you for asking. He's
Yes,
doing
yes.
great.
He's a great guy. I've known him for a long, long time. So Maharaja came to an end, unfortunately, and there was a gap, right?
No,
In
there was no gap. Maharaja shifted to Cafe Bombay, which we still
Cafe
have.
Bombay.
Correct,
Okay,
correct. Which we still have on North Druid Hills Road.
right. So you have Cafe Bombay, and you have Ashiana, and there's another restaurant in Duluth.
There's a restaurant in Duluth, and there is another one in Decatur. They both are called Masti. That's more of a fun fusion Indian street food concept. We have two of those locations, and then Ashiana itself has a banquet hall for a capacity.
Okay. So you guys took over Ashiana, which is in Global Mall. So what changes you guys brought to Ashiana?
Z, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Okay, something happened at your end, maybe. All right, technical issue, I guess. We'll come back. Let's see if he comes back. All right, Ricky's
Hey,
back.
okay. I'm sorry, boss. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, this happens.
Yeah.
So we were talking about you guys came in Ashiana and took over. So what changes you guys brought
Well,
and
one of my main industries is the events business. So I'm in catering to weddings, graduations, anniversaries, celebrations, birthdays, anyone that needs quality food and quality service for their events. That's what I'm there for. We travel everywhere in the southeast to cater events. My focus that I do is majority for wedding events and majority of other type of events as well. Besides Ashiana, we have another event hall in Swanee that's called Signature Ballroom that can also host about 550 people.
right?
Correct.
So now we are in this situation, and I think the most people who are suffering as business wise are like restaurant people because the traffic which they were used to is not
Correct.
there. But good thing on the positive note, there is still open. So you guys are open for curbside and takeout, right?
Well, we had to close two locations. So we closed down Ashiana and we closed down Signature Ballroom. That reason, due to social distancing guidelines, you're not able to have more than five people gathered together and you have to stay 6 feet apart. So there's no way people can host events or they can hold weddings or anything so forth. So we had to close those businesses down for the past 5 weeks. So that's been affected quite a bit. That affected our staff, affected our employees. They had to be furloughed until things get better. The other three restaurants, the two Masti locations and Cafe Bombay, all three are open currently, but they are open for curbside takeout and delivery. But again, that makes up only 20% of normal business. So majority of restaurants are down by 70 to 80%. If they're able to survive, the other half have to close down. So we're in both. We're in both. We had to close down and we're still open.
Right. I mean, these are really hard time and for everyone, not just businesses, but everyone. And this is so like the magnitude of this problem is so big. It's not just like one country, one city. It's the world
Right.
has come to an halt.
Yes, the whole world has come to a halt, especially the hospitality industry. It's affected restaurants, airlines, hotels, um, even the event business itself. That's a big business, big revenue for the U.S. economy. That generates about 70 to 80 billion dollars, just the wedding industry itself. And in that, you have caterers, you have DJs, you have photographers, you have videographers, decorators, hair, makeup, mehndi. So every vendor in the event industry has been affected. And you yourself, you DJ quite a bit sometimes, so you felt the effect.
Yes, actually, about four events of mine. First, they were postponed, and then they were, just canceled
Right.
because there's no like time when this thing will come back. So people,
Correct.
this is the weirdest situation I think that people have ever been. There's no guideline. There's no like a goal. Okay, we're gonna do this
No,
for 15 days and 30
no.
days, and every time we get our hopes up, the deadline is extended. And
There is no end date to this. We don't know. We don't know what the future holds. We don't know how far this will go. There's no. I mean, if we knew that this will take 2 months, at least everyone will prepare themselves for the next 2 months and then plan their future for after those 2 months. But now, right now, nobody knows what's going to happen. So the best thing I can recommend that I'm doing is just taking one day at a time. That's all all can do.
I mean, as you notice, we look at things the positive way. You see, even though we lost our job, our routines, we had to let go some people. The businesses had to let go of a lot of people, which is probably the hardest thing. I know a lot of businesses, um, they're closed. I mean, they can't pay the salaries and everything, and a lot of people are out of job. So but we try to do the best we can. You see me doing live music
Mm-hmm.
on or try to get people's mind off. But that is all well and good, but we are all trying to do the best we can. Now
Exactly.
so the biggest problem I think that people are facing is the hardship, the financial
Mm-hmm.
hardship. And everything else is secondary. If you don't have any income come in, then how what can you plan, how you can go on. So tell us about what you guys felt and what you did. I want you to tell the audience. So, and in the meanwhile, while you're telling people what you guys did, which was amazing today, I'm gonna show some picture. I think our friend Vinod, he took it.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, he was there. Yes.
and so please tell us how this project came by, and who was involved, and how did
Sure.
it go?
Sure. So this project was involving myself, my father, Jay Walia, my cousin, Robbie Gullery. The idea came from Mr. Shiv Agarwal of Global Mall. If you can see the picture, he's in the middle. His daughter Vandana and his other daughter Arti. They called me last week and said they wanted to do something to help. What can we do? And the basic necessity of life that we spoke about is food. People have to eat. People need food to survive, to get through their day. It's fuel. It's fuel for the body. It's fuel for the soul. So Mr. Agarwal and Bandar and I, we were on the phone quite a bit. We exchanged quite a bit of conversations. We exchanged ideas of how we can make this happen, what we can do to give back to the community. And it was put together, I would say, within 4 to 5 days. We thought that, hey, we're going to step up. We're going to offer meals to the people who need them the most. The people who have been laid off from their job, who are not able to, let's say, afford their next month house mortgage or the next month rent, well alone providing a hot meal for their kids or for their families. At least this is something we can do. We can step up and we can offer hope in the sense. We can offer them happiness. for that time. So they feel that somebody is there, that somebody is there to look out, to give them that sense of hope. And what better way than by giving a hot meal, some hot food for someone who needs lunch, someone who needs dinner, someone who doesn't know what they're going to have when they get home with an empty fridge. So the idea was brought up by all of us together. Again, myself, Mr. Agarwal, his two daughters, Vandana Arti, my father, Jay Walia, and my cousin Ravi.
That's awesome, man. I know that you guys. I saw a clip here. I'm gonna let me see if I can play this for our audience about you. You guys had planned actually 500, right? 500 meals.
We planned about 500 meals today. We had planned 500, 3 days a week for the next 3 weeks. We had planned to open today at 1. We started sharing on social media about 2 days ago, and it spread throughout Atlanta. It caught on local media through AJC, WSB, and other news outlets to help spread the word, which is great. That's what we wanted. We wanted the word to spread to people so they know they can come to us if they need food for their families for that day. So instead of 500, I think the number came to almost 800 meals today. I think between 7 to 800.
Oh wow!
And yeah, we plan on doing about, I think they're approximating about 1,000 on Friday and more than that on Sunday. A lot of people reached out to me, to Vandana, to Mr. Agarwal today to donate, to help. And we created a fundraising page on Facebook. If people want to give, they want to donate, that's an amazing contribution from their side. We will take those funds, we'll buy more product, and we'll produce more food for people who need. If after 3 o'clock we don't see any more cars coming through the drive-through, those meals we packaged and taken to where it's needed, to a shelter or a hospital, wherever people need food to eat.
Oh wow! So I mean, what you're telling me, Ricky, it is just mind-boggling because with very little preparation, you guys actually, exceeded the number of meals which were to be prepared, which is amazing because you cannot say, you do parties. So imagine, right? Someone book you for 500 people, and then 800 people show up, and so I that is just mind-boggling that you guys were able to do. But not only that you want to actually extend it to beyond the location. Definitely for a project like this, yeah, not just the financial help, but also you need like volunteers and stuff also, right? Like,
Correct. Correct.
the supplies and the manpower. So
Correct.
You have anything to say about that?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the comment you made about what you are doing to help as an entertainer. We all have a special skill set. You're able to interact on live media. You're able to bring happiness into people's home by uh, giving them contributing live music, live singing, etc., which brings people a sense of happiness, a sense of hope, keeps them happy, keeps
Yes.
them positive, right? So
Yeah. Thank
that's
you.
great. It's amazing what you're doing. People can smile and have a good night's sleep by listening to what you're doing. The skills that I have is I'm able to make food. I'm able to feed people, and I'm blessed. We're blessed. We're blessed that we have the ability to do such a thing. And in partnership with Mr. Agarwal and his family in the Global Mall, I have a 10,000 square foot kitchen inside his mall that I have for my catering kitchen. So logistically and operationally, we have enough manpower. We had a great turnout with volunteers to be able to package, hand out. I have enough staff to be able to prep and produce this food. If today we did 7 to 800, and if we get more contributions or funding from people who want to help, we can easily take it to 3 to 4 to 5,000 meals a day. There's no limit to what we can do.
Wow, wow, wow. That's amazing. And I saw the broadcast from the local station, which mentioned that here they are. I think they mentioned that you were gonna open this at 1 p.m. and people start lining up around 10.
There were cars starting to line up around 10:30. I walked out around 10, I'd say 10:30, and someone mentioned that there's already a line outside of cars. So I mean, it's great. The news spread for people who actually needed a meal, and I got to spend some time on the line outside the kitchen, in the parking lot, able to hand over meals to people who drove in, and it just looking at them, talking to them, and getting their sense of appreciation and the gratitude of what we're able to do, it felt a lot. You know, it felt great that we're able to contribute to these families.
Yes, and like I said in the beginning of the broadcast, what you did is just amazing, and I want this to like inspire other cities, probably other towns, other areas, other restaurants, and it is very, very nice and gracious of Global Mall to facilitate this the whole process. Um, so, as far as the operation goes, you guys are doing this again on Friday.
This coming Friday, and then this coming Sunday, and then for the following 2 weeks, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Okay, okay. Ricky, let me play this news that you were featured in,
Okay.
so people can also see. Uh, just give me a second so we can do this.
Food giveaway in Norcross this afternoon was just overrun by people needing a hot.
That's right. We told folks about this last night at 11. Channel 2's Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Tony Thomas is live at the Global Mall. And Tony, after what happened today, you can understand why organizers are already thinking about expanding.
This thing, Jovita, was supposed to start at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Organizers say people were lined up at 10 a.m. and
I think it shows the spirit that exists in this country.
As Bauman Motlaw waited in line for his free meal, he described the last few weeks as hard. And he could tell from the turnout here, he's not alone.
It's been really, really hard for us because all I have is like about $800.
The Ashiana restaurant and owners of the Global Mall teamed up for the food giveaway.
This is a humanitarian cause.
They hatched the idea less than a week ago, but Wednesday began the operation using Ricky Walia's restaurant employees and volunteers, including Norcross Mayor Craig Newton, to hand out the meals.
Hello, God bless you.
I look at it as a blessing. We're blessed that we're able to step up and help people who are in need right now.
Organizers say they knew there was a demand in the area, given the amount of laid-off workers and extended stay hotels along Jimmy Carter Boulevard. But they did not expect this. They rushed to make more food when they ran out of meals even before the time set for the event to begin.
If there's other restaurants that would love to support this cause, we'd be open to making it a 5-day, 7-day event per week.
The fundamental issue here is compassion and care.
So the demand is out there. This hot meal giveaway is set to go for the next 3 weeks, guys. Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays here at the Global Mall on Jimmy Carter, just off I-85. Let's check.
All right. So I think, Ricky, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, okay, yes. So yeah, I was just showing the local broadcast, and again, I am amazed at the response. So now back to the question again, like how can we help? How can people who are watching you, how can we help you, and how can we can continue this project and expand it further? Because the important thing. I'm sorry to cut you off. The important thing is we don't know how long this is gonna last. It's probably easier to start something than envision how it's gonna go. So what is your envision for this thing?
My vision for this is, as I stated, we are doing this for 3 weeks. if we have to continue this, and if it does get worse, which we hope it doesn't, we will continue this. If people want to contribute, as I said, and they want to help by funding or giving a donation, that donation will be used to purchase more product, more food, more packaging to be able to feed more people. At the moment, we have targeted to make 500 meals a day. Today, like I said, we made between 700 to 800. And I think by Friday, we will make 1,000 meals. We've got a lot of calls today from a lot of people. They want to contribute, they want to donate, and we said there's nothing better than a contribution from everybody for us to use those funds to make more product for people.
Yes, sir. Again, amazing job by you guys and the owners of Global Mall and all the nice volunteers. Ricky, is there any email address that you like to tell in case there are other people who like to join your project, contribute, and also expand it? Is there any contact information that you like to give?
They can contact me on Facebook. My name on Facebook is Ricky Walia. They can send me a message.
Okay, Ricky, you were cut off. Can you just repeat what you said? Okay, I think his connection is having some difficulty connecting. Let's see, he comes back again. So we are talking with Ricky Walia. He's the owner of Ashiana Masti Signature Cafe Bombay, and previously Raja is back. Okay. He's back. He was giving
sorry.
So we are at the end, Ricky. I'd like to thank you again for your precious time. I know you've been working really hard. You look really tired, and I hope that all this is much more appreciated. If you'd like to share your contact information about this project, please give out.
Sure. You can reach me on Facebook at Ricky Walia. You can message me there. You can email me at Ricky, RICKY, at waliahospitality.com. And those are the two best ways to contact me at any time. Other than that, we're here. We've been here in the community. We are here with our community, and we will always be here.
Right.
Whatever we can do to help, we're here standing to help.
Well, Ricky, your family has been, helping and catering to Atlanta community for a really, really long time. One person that I forgot to acknowledge is your sister.
Yes.
She is actually in the middle of this, right?
She is a doctor as well. She's at a hospital in Mississippi, in Gulfport. She's in practice there, and she is dealing.
How's she doing?
She's doing well. She's staying tough. She's also dealing with COVID-19 positive patients as well. So we hope that she's taking her safety precautions as well.
So she's in front line, of course. And
she is.
I hope she stays safe. And we appreciate you. Just want to say on behalf of everyone watching, and we will try to be there on this Sunday and Friday.
Sure.
And say hi to your parents, and thanks for your time.
Thank you, Ziba. Good to see you. Thank you so much.
All right. You have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.